First, I would like to thank the whole team of Copernicus Hackathon Sofia 2020, especially to Carmen for inviting us again to be a sponsor to this event. Hey, good to see you. And yes, in these circumstances, I would like to say that still the organization of the event is pretty good. You'll be able to adapt to this strange situation in which we're all put into. So yeah, congratulations for putting this together. And yeah, I would like to share my screen. Right. Let me know if you're able to see it.
Yes, we see.
Okay, that's great. So today, myself and my colleague Victor are going to present our company briefly. Actually, I'm going to tell a little bit about CloudSigma, and my colleague Victor is going to do a quick demo of how you can use our platform. The idea of the whole session is that you can see what CloudSigma as a cloud provider offers to you in terms of resources and capabilities to support you during this hackathon. And then my colleague Victor will also show you how exactly this happens in our cloud platform and how you can get access to everything you need. So very briefly, CloudSigma is a Swiss company founded almost 11 years ago. Today we have about 50 employees. We are known as a leading European infrastructure as a service provider focusing on flexibility and performance. We have direct connectivity to Géant. Maybe some of you have heard about Géant. This is a pan-European network for researchers. And in Europe, we have 4 European cloud locations, 2 in Switzerland, 1 in Germany, and 1 in Ireland for the purposes of this hackathon. All the teams that are willing to are going to be provided with an account in our Geneva cloud location, which is one of the newest locations and has top performance. It's not on the slide, but when I say top performance, I want to justify what I say. We use latest generation HPE hardware. And so, yeah, we wanted to make sure, because we exchange our hardware every 2 years, we wanted to make sure that you guys from the different teams are really on the most performant hardware. That's why we decided to pick up our relatively new cloud in Geneva for this. Here are some quick facts about CloudSigma. We offer 100% SLA. This is not so important for you. But what is important here is that it takes about 26 seconds to create a new server. So it's really quick to work on CloudSigma. And actually later, my colleague will show you live how long it takes to create a new server and to start it and have it up and running. Another thing that is important for you is that it gets 30 seconds to get a response from our technical support. You can access the technical support in the live chat, and they're really fast. Actually, our core team, operational team, is based in Sofia, Bulgaria. But please text them in English, and for the Bulgarians among you, Bulgarian teams, please text them in English because they're not allowed to respond in Bulgarian. Anyway, but they're really very quick to respond, and they'll be able to help you if you have any questions around the cloud. So make sure you take advantage of that. This is just a snapshot of our current certificates. Most of these are around security and some compliance regulations. And here is a nice slide showing a number of our customers. So we've been partnered and supplier for ESA for more than 6 years now. When I say supplier, yes, of course, ESA is our customer, but they're also our partner because we have a repository partially of their Sentinel data in our cloud, and I'll show you later what I mean by this. And another company working in the area of Earth observation that you might know is ECMWF. Again, they are a long-term customer of CloudSigma. We also partner with a lot of universities. As you can see on this slide, actually CloudSigma is participating in a lot of Horizon 2020 and formerly FP7 projects. So thanks to this, we have a lot of different academic partners from all over Europe. With some of them, we've also participated on some common Earth observation projects. Right, so something which is very, very interesting for you participating in an Earth observation hackathon is the fact that we have satellite data as a service on top of the cloud platform. So we are maintaining a repository of Sentinel data, and this helps interested researchers or like hackathon teams like yourselves to use this combination between powerful compute environment and the repository of Sentinel data to actually place the Earth observation workloads and services and create new ones. The data repository is currently covering Sentinel-1 SLC products for Europe and North America, and we're expanding this repository every day, basically. Our idea behind the whole thing is to actually combine different sources of big data. We are now starting with satellite data, but we're soon going to add some land data to it as well. And so that people can actually come to our cloud, use that data, make some combinations, process the data, and create some value-added sub-products of it that they can sell directly to their customers. I would like to show you some customer success stories that we have in the area of Earth observation. Actually, some of you may have even worked with that platform of ESA that is hosted on our cloud. We work with the research and support service team of the European Space Agency. So they are providing resources to support data exploitation in the area of Earth observation. Actually, that platform concretely, which is hosted on our cloud, is for volcano and earthquake super sites. So here a lot of researchers from all over the world get access, and they do research in the area of volcano and earthquake using satellite data of ESA. And what they say as a customer of ours is that because this platform is an online platform, and at the beginning it was hosted on their own premises, they say that once they uploaded it on CloudSigma, they enjoyed, their researchers that are their customers enjoy low latency. So this makes our platform really very suitable for international hackathon, as this one is becoming, because last year it was more local edition of the hackathon, but this year, due to the pandemic situation and doing the event online, we're actually able to open up the hackathon a little bit more globally, or at least European wide, and using a platform which is with promising low latency will help the participants enjoy good performance of both network and hardware, and then at the same time focus on what they need to do to succeed in this hackathon. Another use case is with the European Center for Medium Weather Forecast. So this is actually of all the weather companies or institutions in Europe, this is the center of it. So their task is to to do some data analysis and to provide it to all the member states in whole Europe on time. So this was a new product or service actually that they were able to deliver to their member states thanks to, again, the low latency that we deliver to them in the cloud. And this is a project that was actually sponsored by the European Space Agency, a tender that we won some years ago. And this is how our journey to the Sentinel data repository started. We had to, so it's called, the project, it was called Information as a Service. And we gave, so the researchers were researching Landsat and Sentinel-1 data, and then they were helping flood occurrence, to tackle flood occurrence issue in northern Italy. And the whole service was available on demand on a platform called Claudio. Maybe some of you have heard of them. This is when we actually realized that satellite data is really very valuable. So this was, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago when the project was completed, but from then onwards, we started to build a Sentinel-1 repository and to keep it. So you actually have the whole history of Sentinel-1 data in CloudSigma. And now I would like to give the floor to my colleague, Victor. And at the end, once he finishes, I will also tell you what exactly we provide as a sponsor for this hackathon.
Thank you, Vanya, and hello, everyone. My name is Victor. I'm also part of CloudSigma, one of the account managers who is supporting the European region. Kaman, Katya, hi, nice to see you again. Thank you for the
pleasure to see people which we know from last year very well.
Yes, indeed.
Pleasure for us. Okay.
Today I'm here to present a quick demo presentation, which is more for the participants and the teams, how they can access our cloud. Within around 10 easy steps, I'm going to show them, explain them very carefully. And by the way, I'm also recording this. If someone also wants to record this demo, maybe it will be useful for the participants so that they can replay it again and again.
As far as I see, it's being recorded.
Great. Yeah, I saw it at the top, yes. Great. So let me share my screen and see how it goes. Is it visible?
Yes.
Yes.
So currently I am logged into our Geneva location, as you can see at the top of my screen. This is the main dashboard, and on the left we have several tabs that can lead us to different features, pricing, visibilities, and so on. But most of them currently, for the purpose of this hackathon, I don't think that they will be so vital to be explained, but I want to focus mainly on how we can start a machine. And before I do so, I also want to tell to the participants who are in this code today that each team, as we did last year, each team will receive one account, one cloud account in CloudSigma. For the whole team, there will be one admin account, and the rest of the guys can have the same login details like password and username, so that they can log in and work within this environment. As for the resources, me and Vanya will explain you later what resources will be included and every other aspect. And yes, of course, during the hackathon, you can always contact me if you have any questions, or our support team. They are 24/7, as also Vanya mentioned. So let's start the setup of the machine. The most important tab for all the participants is here in compute. As soon as we click here, we have two options to create a machine. It is either via wizard or via create. As we want quickly to show how easily you can set up the machine, I will use the quick setup tool, the quick server creation, which is wizard. And we have to select a size of the machine. Again, for the example of this call, I will choose, for example, this medium 3, which consists of 4 cores of CPU, 8 GB of RAM, and 80 GB of storage. Then we have to choose also an image, an operating system for this. And for the purpose of this, and my personal recommendation to the participants is to use Debian 10.3 desktop version. As soon as we also mark this, we can start the machine by simply pressing create. And as Vanya mentioned, it will take only a few seconds to set up a new machine. As you see, 50% is almost done, 75, 100, and the machine is online, started. This was the first part of the setting of the machine. The next one is to open it via a VNC tunnel. We click here. We click on CloudSigma. And now the system asks us for a simple password, which is very conveniently shown here. We have to type it manually with the caps lock and so on. So I will do so as well. It asks you 2 times to type the password, then it asks you to create a new one. For the purpose, I will create test 1, 2, 3, and again, test 1, 2, 3. And in a few seconds, we are on the desktop of the virtual machine. As you see, from here, I can see a few applications, and now I'm in the virtual machine. As it is a desktop, I can simply, basically, literally see also the desktop of this machine. And then the next step is to connect this virtual machine with our laptop, our personal PC, which we are currently utilizing. And before I proceed with the next step, I would like to ask, can you see currently my terminal that I just opened or not? Because sometimes the video streaming applications share only the initial screen.
I think it's visible.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
well, I don't see the terminal.
No, it's not visible.
It's not visible.
okay, let me.
It's only the graphical screen of QEMU.
Maybe try to
I switched
again.
I
Yes.
switched the windows, and now it should be visible. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I will have to share from screen to screen. Well, this is Zoom, so we have to adapt. Just to say that someone is not muted, and I can hear my voice. I think now it's okay. Great. So the next thing is to open our own terminal. This is the 6th step. So far, we went through almost half of them, actually exactly half of them. And now we have to open our own terminal and type one command, which will connect our own PC with the virtual machine. As you see, I typed SSH space CloudSigma @ and now I have to copy my IP address of the virtual machine. I just copied it. Then we press enter. Yes. Now at the bottom, we can see that the system is asking for our new password, which was test123. Great. Now we are connected to this, and by the way, is it still visible?
The terminal.
Only the terminal.
Yep.
Okay. The next command is sudo space su, and here we also have to type enter again our password. And now with this confirmation at the bottom, we are in control between the two machines. So whatever I do in this terminal, it will immediately copy into our virtual machine. And now I will copy a random Sentinel-1 image that I can download within the CloudSigma object storage environment. And for the purpose, I already chose one, so I will simply copy it. And I will paste it again in this terminal. In order for us to download any image, it is very simple and quick by the simple command wget space, and we just copy the machine, actually the copied address of the Sentinel image. Then we press enter, and as you see at the bottom, the percentage starts to rise. Now it is 14. This means that 14%, 22 are already downloaded from this image. On the right side, we can see its size. As you see, it is already 2 gigabytes.
Victor, sorry, can you scroll down because we are seeing really up, maybe, I'm not sure. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Great. As we see, it is already 100% and it is fully downloaded. And now we will go back to our virtual machine. I will switch again the displays. Is it visible again?
Yes, it is.
Thank you. So now we are back into our virtual machine, and in order to find where we downloaded this image, it is located in the home folder of this virtual machine. As soon as we click on here, we can see the downloaded image. We can open it, extract it, unzip it, and use it. With this, I showed you exactly 12 steps under 7 minutes, how you can start easily a machine, enter in it, connect your own PC with it, and download a Sentinel image which you can choose from the ones which are available on the Copernicus website. Something additional I want also to add before I finish also my demo presentation is that each of the accounts which will be started in CloudSigma for the purpose of hackathon, they will be supplied with several applications that are exactly for the research activities. Several of them I will mention: Snap, QGIS3, GeoServer, Postgres 10, and some others. They will be available on your desktop as you log in, exactly here, like icons. They will be shown here, and you will be able to use them as much as you want. And yes, this was my presentation. I don't want to get into more details at this stage. Of course, when the hackathon starts, I can help further. but it is very easy to be used. Our platform, our cloud, and our support team are your best friend whenever you have any technical questions. Feel free to approach them. Thank you.